Hey, beautiful souls. I'm back, and this is actually an intuitive message that I received. So, right as I ended that prophetic message, God was like, go ahead and do that video right now. Let's have a conversation here. And the conversation is about generational patterns, okay? So, and I'm going to speak on it based off of just things that I've seen, things that I've experienced, or whether it was relating to my family dynamic or whatever the case may be. I just want you guys to know that in that prophetic message, I said that God was just basically saying, just basically try not to judge others, because there going to be some stuff that comes to the surface, right? And I say all that to say that it's probably gonna, whether it shocks you or whether it's like makes you think, just keep in mind, like and it could be pertaining back to this what do you call it, the bat that was had rabies, should I say, was infested. So be mindful of not allowing this to overtake this. Thank you, Spirit. Be mindful to not allow this information to overtake you or break your spirit, should I say. Process it, hear it, acknowledge it, understand it, but you don't have to accept it as your personal reality. Now, if you see some of the things that may be coming to the surface, or if you see some of the things that may have been somehow related to yourself as well, that like you see yourself in other people, thank you, Spirit, as you see yourself in like other people in your family dynamics, or whether it be your friends or whatever the case may be. But I really think that has something to do with family wise. And I say all that to say, because you're going to start seeing some stuff that comes to the surface is going to come out. But you're being asked to just stay calm and stay cool and collect. As I said, with that gray pot, stay neutral. But again, to just acknowledge what has been underneath the surface, what has been hidden, but is now coming to the surface. So I say all that to say, just make sure that, because you're probably going to be like, what I'm hearing Spirit say is, wow, wow, wow. That's all I can hear is wow. Like you're going to find out some information about different people within your family dynamic of maybe why they have been a certain way, either towards somebody or just, and even if you haven't blatantly seen this out front, if they had been kind of having it underneath the surface, well hidden, should I say, things are going to start to come to the surface. So, but God is just asking you to just stay centered and stay neutral and to stay calm in the process, while others may be unfolding in some sort of way. But at the same time, and it's going to depend on differently for everybody. So I say all that to say that we can't take this old stuff going into the new paradigm. So, or in this paradigm shift, like we have to really cleanse ourselves. And it's not just us doing the cleansing, but these planetary shifts that come about, and it causes us to shake us up, and it's like shaking us up and shaking out any, if you take a look at that snow that's outside and you pull on the bush of the snow, and all that snow just starts to fall, and it's falling on you or it's falling off you. Just pretend like you're the tree and all that snow is falling off of you. It's almost like God is just trying to shake what is no longer serving you out of you, so that when you move into your new beginnings, you're not taking that old stuff with you. There are some situations where people have been carrying on family generational habits, and whether it be just carrying on generational habits or whatever, whether it be due to ego, whether it be due to pride, whether it be due to just not wanting to change, it's just going to be important to not judge others, because we don't know what they're going through. We can only see what's on the surface, but we don't know what they're being shown, because people are going to be shown some stuff that they don't want to see. I know a couple of years ago, myself as well as my daughter, we were seeing stuff. I was like, oh my God. She was like, you too? I was like, yeah, really? And I say all that to say, thank you, Spirit. I say all that to say, it was even down to like human trafficking, should I say. Like God was just revealing stuff, like what was going on behind the scenes. And I'm not saying that it may be a situation in your family dynamic that is pertaining to like human trafficking, but I am saying that shit is just about to be uncovered in whatever shape or form. It could be from the White House down to your house. and the Spirit just gave me that little jingle, if that's what you want to call it. Anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. I'm just like, but anyway, like I said, it could be from the White House to your house, should I say. Things are just going to be uncovered, or people are going to be dealing with some stuff, should I say. And let me just say that God wants us to have a strong mind, and not so much, it's not so much have a strong mind to not allow these people to try to penetrate through our intellectual mindset or our wisdom. Because more importantly, wisdom overall is very important, because it teaches you how to balance between the two and not overdo. But just most of all, having a relationship with God. As I told you, it's going to get to a point that people are no longer going to be worried about money. They're going to be worried about having that relationship with God, should I say. And it's just like, and I'm not saying this to cause anyone to fear. I'm just telling you, things is just, my new year's already starting out. So I know if mine is starting out that way, it's just a matter of time before it starts to pick up with the collective or whatever. Because usually, like I said, either I'm experiencing something first, and then not only am I experiencing it, but whether I experience it or not, because every situation may not apply to me. This is going to be different for different people, but it's going to be very important to just stay tuned and just be mindful of really just trying to focus. And just know that the enemy may try to distract you with people and things around you, but say what you need to say, speak your truth, but speak your truth in a way of not being, how can I say it? You don't need to be harsh. If somebody else is being harsh with you or whatever, it's almost like, it's not that they're targeting you. You probably just so happen that maybe you're the only one around that they can vent to, should I say. So try not to take it too personal, but at the same time, when your spirit tells you to speak up, but just do it in a way of, if the shoe was on the other foot and if I was going through what they was going through, how would I want somebody to respond to me, which is going to be key important and so important, because I know I've definitely been kind of tested with that. And I always try to, put myself in other people's shoes, should I say. But yeah, so if you have been somebody who is not really putting yourself in other people's shoes, or coming from a headspace of just being empathetic towards other people in some sort of way, just know that, we're being tried, should I say. But anyway, on top of whatever else that may be unfolding as well too. But more importantly, God is teaching us how to stand in our power. That's going to be so important, and let me tell you, thank you, Spirit. I almost forgot this too. Let me tell you this too. So here's what I've been, I fixed myself some the other day, and actually I fixed a couple of weeks ago. Hold on. So I fixed myself and my kids some of this a couple of weeks ago, but lately I've been finding myself, like the last 3 weeks almost, drinking turmeric tea. This is going to be so important. I know turmeric can have this taste like, but turmeric is so good for you. And trust me when I tell you. And the reason why I say that is, get some, if you don't do it in a microwave, do it in a pot if you decide to do it. But if you drink some turmeric tea, turmeric is good for like inflammation in your body. Okay. So not only that, but if you go to the store and buy you some cloves is good. I believe it helps with depression. Buy you some, cloves, and buy you some cardamom in a bottle. I think McCormick, they have organic kind, and it's about this big, and they have like the little cardamom seeds in it. You can even go to the international store as well too and get like the cardamom. Am I saying that right? I feel like I'm jacking it up. Cardamom, and you can get the cloves from there too, probably a little cheaper rather than the McCormick. But the ones at the international store aren't organic, but in the grocery store like Giant, was that Giant or was that Wegmans? They have the McCormick, again, cardamom seeds in there that I actually saw. So Spirit was telling me to pick up some, and I didn't even know that I was going to need it for times as such. But anyway, so get you some turmeric that's organic. I believe Costco's have, is that organic from Costco's? Costco's have it, turmeric. It's in a bigger container, and Costco also has some ginger powder as well too. That's also good too. And put you some get you a pot and pour some milk in a pot. But in order to not make too much of the tea, right, get a mug, that whatever you're going to use, and pour all your ingredients into the mug. So get a mug that you want, pour your ingredients into how much you want in that mug, and then start adding your cinnamon. Add your, I think I have that Saigon cinnamon, and it comes from Costco's as well too. You get a big container for a decent price. And so anyway, get you a pot, put the pot to the side. Don't turn the pot on until you pour your stuff in there first. But more importantly, get you a mug. Again, pour your ingredients in there of what you want to use. So pour your milk in there to how much you want, but use milk. I don't use regular milk. I use almond milk. So the silk milk. That's what I drink. That's what me and the kids drink. We haven't drank regular milk in like some minutes now. So I say all that to say probably like almost 4 years now. But that regular milk can cause like, inflammation, and mucus and all that other stuff. So we drink the silk milk. So whatever milk you drink, whether it's rice milk, whatever. Anyway, I drink the silk soy milk, and I pour it into a mug, and then I add the cinnamon. I add as much cinnamon in there as I want, but try not to overpower it. But anyway, and then you shake some turmeric in your glass as well too. And you just go based off how much you feel like you need to put in there, or how much you being divinely guided to put in there. But anyway, so with all that being said, so the cinnamon, the turmeric, and then add some ginger in there as well, ginger powder, and maybe not too much, but just kind of smell it as you go. That's what I do. I go based off of the smell or whatever. But anyway, so the ginger, the turmeric, the cinnamon, and then add your cardamom in there, probably a couple of seeds of the cardamom in there, probably about 4 seeds if you're just doing a cup for yourself, and then a couple of cloves or whatever. So the cardamom and the cloves are good for like depression or whatever. And I believe the cinnamon kind of has some of that in there too as well. So it can help with depression or whatever. So if you find yourself being just like a little depressed or whatever the case may be, or just feeling a little like, gloomy or whatever, which is so funny because a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't even feeling like that, but something was just leading me and guiding me to drink like the turmeric tea or whatever. And I guess Spirit was just reminding me as times as such of just drinking that, because right about now, we're going to pretty much need that, and in order to help us to stay a little sound on top of whatever else things that we're doing, whether it be exercising, whether it be, running or going out in nature or whatever the case may be, staying focused, meditating. So that's going to be a key factor as well too. But anyway, so the last thing is, so you have I'm sorry, y'all, you have your turmeric, you have your cinnamon, you have your ginger, you have your clove, you have your cardamom, and the syrup that I use is agave. Is it agave? Agave, I think it Agava, I think it is. The organic kind, the wholesome organic kind. I use that as like a sweetener. That's good for people who have like diabetes. Not saying that I have diabetes, but that's good. If somebody has diabetes, it's good for them as well too. But I believe it also might have stated that it helps with some sort of depression in there as well too. But anyway, so that's a good sweetener. It's not, again, it's good for those people who have diabetes. And don't get me wrong, because I'm not a nutritionist, but I do use that. And as I buy things, I do kind of like my research before I buy it. I just can't obtain all the information. So with that being said, drink some of that. Well, pour that cup into a pot of boiling water and just use a spoon, like a plastic spoon or wooden spoon, and just kind of stir it and wait to kind of come to a boil. And as you see it boiling, it's important to do it in a pot because it's mixing and it's stirring stuff together. Whereas the microwave, it doesn't really have the same effect. I notice it even tastes better when you use it in a pot of boiling water. But anyway, I mean, not water, but in a boiling pot. So don't add water to it, but use milk. Whatever milk you use, just use that in the process. And even if you drink regular milk, it's no judgment to anybody who does. Is just use whatever milk you use and stir it in a pot and then pour it back into the mug when you're done, and then just add your sweetener to it and just taste it as you're sweetening it to just make sure that you don't over sweeten it. But that's a really good drink to drink, and it really helps just calm the mind and just put you in a different headspace. Anyway, y'all, so I just wanted to give y'all that heads up. And yeah, I don't want to talk about what it is I'm going to do for the new year. I just want to show up doing it. But anyway, so that was all that God had basically just asked me to share with you guys. And I just wanted you guys, I know I'm sound like I'm just going. I'm being productive. This is the most I've done in a couple of weeks. But anyway, so with that being said, just be mindful. These energies are going to pick up. We're on a new level, new devil. Just remember that. New level, new devil. Anyway, so with all that being said, and if you are experiencing something, I am open to having a talking about maybe whatever it is people could be experiencing. But if you guys don't put any comments in the comment section, I don't know what to tell you. I can only share my experience or whatever, but there's a lot of information that I have. I just don't know what people are possibly experiencing, and I can just go off only what I'm being divinely guided to share. So, if you guys are experiencing certain things, and if I see it in a comment, I don't have a problem with sharing anything that maybe I have or how it got me through certain situations or, whatever the case may be. Anyway, so with that being said, y'all, I'm ready to go get some work done. And I just want to get you guys that message. And again, you guys stay safe and stay blessed. And be mindful of this too. Thank you, Spirit. There is going to be some sort of, how do I want to say it? There is going to be some sort of shift in the way that we did things, and be understanding of, just like I told you about that tree with the snow shaking off the tree and doing away with stuff like within us and within our lives, should I say, that doesn't serve us. It's almost like it's doing the same thing for how do I want to put it? I want to be mindful because I don't want it to be censored to the point that it doesn't upload. Just know that there's changes, like I said, from your house to the White House. Okay, I'm gonna just say it like that. You read between the lines and you figure that out. So there's gonna be changes everywhere, but more importantly, it's important that you stay true to you and stay in your power and know that you are a sovereign being. And why? Because God said you are. And it's time for people, what I'm hearing Spirit say, it's time for people, oh, thank you, Spirit. It's time for people to speak their truth and voice their opinions. Like, you're being trained, like whether it be spiritually, of how to do this, speak your truth. Because like I said about the microphones, people were just standing in front of microphones, and it's like the vocalist was there like practice, like, okay, yeah, you got that note. And then the other was like, no, say it this way, So whether you realize it or not, and even some of you, I'm hearing Spirit say, you may notice it in a settled type way, but that's what's being done behind the scenes or whatever. You're learning how to speak up and, speak your truth, because there are going to come points and times where God is going to test you and have you to step out in the forefront to see if you're going to speak your truth. He wants to see whether you're going to divert and go back to your old ways, or you're going to stand up and stand in your power and be spiritually strong and stand your ground, should I say. But more importantly, if you know that God is telling you that I told you guys before that God said that you're protected. If you're watching my channel and you know that you are doing that work, you're protected, okay? You're protected. And God showed me the protection symbols, so I know that you're protected. So I say all that to say, now, if you're not doing the work, that's a different story. I can't speak for you. But I'm talking to those who are actually doing the work. You are protected. So even just know that if God is asking you to do something, I know it may be at one point in time, the first time he asked you to do something, you're like, oh my God, like I'm so afraid to do it. But you may do it. But then you may be like, but then you may be like, okay, let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it. Face my fears. Face my fears. And then once you do it that first time, it's like, okay, oh, whew, I made it through that. The anxiety is not there. And then God may test you again and ask you to speak up yet again. And this time it may be a different situation. He's just going to keep doing that until you just learn to get comfortable with doing it more often and more frequently, to the point that you don't even look at it as a test. It just naturally becomes just who you are in the process. So I say all that to say that, he's building up spiritual warriors. That's what I'm hearing. Spiritual warriors. People who are going to stand for the kingdom of God. Who's going to stand in their integrity. Thank you, Spirit. Who's going to stand in their honor. I'm hearing wise. And I'm also hearing leader. And I'm hearing Spirit say, you're going to have a knowing. I'm also hearing Spirit say, trust the process. And more importantly, I'm hearing Spirit say, have faith. Have faith. No matter, thank you, Spirit, no matter what you see, no matter what you hear, just stand on every little single thing that I just said. The faith, the integrity, honor, having peace, wisdom. Wisdom knowing when to move. Wisdom knowing when not to move. Wisdom of knowing not how to, pick up on other people's energy. And that's why it's going to be so important, because it's almost like we've all kind of been intertwined here. So a man thinketh, it's like the next man is thinking. But now it's to the point now that God is spiritually training our minds how to stand strong while standing in our heart space as well too. Not passing judgment on others, because again, we may have people that may try to come at us, but they learning the lesson too. Whatever that lesson may be, only they know and only God knows. But God will use people, that we may consider the enemy, to help us to grow. So keep that in mind as well too. Anyway, I believe that is it. I'm hearing standing strong spiritually. Because I remember I did a prophetic message on this some time ago when I said that this man wanted to be with this woman, but he was like, cut to the chase. I just want to know, are you spiritually strong? Are you spiritually strong? That's all he wanted to know. Are you spiritually strong? Because he didn't want to deal with her if she wasn't spiritually strong. But now God is really testing people and showing you just how spiritually strong you are, should I say. So when you come out on the other side, because right now it may seem like we're going through a dark phase, and I know some of us may not even be letting people know the things that we're going through, or, feel like the people around you can't necessarily trust to share information with. But, at the same time, God also doesn't want us to trauma bond as well either. Yeah, you're going through that too. Yeah, me too. You know what I mean? So it's not so much, hey, girl, let's team up together since we both have the same wounds that we're healing. No, it's not about that. It's about healing our wounds, doing it separately, and not relying on people to pacify us or, handicap us, or looking for people to heal us. But it's a matter of healing ourselves, meaning you stand strong spiritually. You know that you can heal no matter what. You don't need anybody to help you to heal. The healing starts within you. You heal from the inside out and not the outside in, meaning you don't have people talking about, oh, well, let me give you a hug, and oh, woo, 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 and I hope I can, let me help you do this and let me help you do that. No, we actually including myself, we kind of handicap people in the process of doing it. So that's why even sometimes if people have to make mistakes, we allow them the love, the light, and hold space for them so that they may make those choices that they feel are best for them, wherever it may take them to. It's their life, it's their choice, no matter how it may seem. Even if it seems like, oh, I feel like I want to sneeze. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Sinus. Thank you, Spirit. Anyway, sorry, y'all. And that sneeze is just letting me know, even if it's something that it seems like seems like it's kind of destructive to somebody else, you have to allow them to go through it, no matter how it may seem. But more importantly, just pray for them and keep love in your heart for them and hope that God will lead them and guide them in the process. But not only that, but God is also working in them too. That doesn't mean that God's not working in them. It's just that they're dealing with their own lesson as well as you're dealing with your own, and your lesson maybe look different from theirs. So that's why it's important for God to say, for us to pray for people. And not only pray for people, especially those who have lied to us or done us wrong, or what I say, but pray for them, because again, they're learning lessons too, as well too. Even me, I'm not gonna actually, you know what? I'm not gonna even say it, because I told myself I wasn't gonna say anything else about this after the 2021 year, whatever the case may be. Even the lessons that I had to learn that you guys know that I was telling you about before. But anyway, so even that, I've learned to just, look past that. I don't forget it. But I learned to look, okay, they were learning the lesson as well too. But anyway, so with that being said, yeah, it's just going to be important to just make sure more importantly, just make sure you take that downtime to either find some time for meditation or find some time for quiet time, so that you can just hear from God. And oh, thank you, Spirit. And let me say this too. And some stuff like I said, some stuff may be revealed, whether it's from your house to the White House or from the White House to your house, whatever, however it may work. The point of the matter is, if God is revealing stuff to you, it is so important to just understand, not to, as I said before, not to judge yourself too harshly, okay? Because again, there may be stuff that's coming to the surface. Some of you may not even understand the information that you're being given, but some of this information could be information, is what I'm hearing Spirit say, from past life. So with all that being said, you may see some situation about some certain people or even events or things that may have happened, and even things that may look like it's like, what the hell is this? Like, these could be situations from past life that God could be revealing to you, that could have either been happening to you or to someone else, or maybe even something that maybe you might have been doing to to someone else as well too. So keep that in mind as well too. What else? So yeah, it's going to be key to just pay attention to your dreams, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. And if you have to get a dream journal, like I said, I have this dream journal right here. And oh my God, like I have what is this? I think this is the 8th one since 2018 or whatever the case may. It's just nothing but dreams and stuff. I do have a regular journal that I use as well too, and that's a notebook, but whatever. But I try to jot stuff down on the daily of things that just happen or whatever. But more importantly, my dreams and stuff, the prophetic messages that God gives me, I make it a point to jot those down on a daily basis of every time I receive a message. Just because I want to be able to look back on the past, when things are up on a much calmer level, and be like, yeah, you remember when we went through this? Oh my God, I thought this was the worst situation ever, but I'm so glad that I experienced it. I'm so glad that I went through, because if I had not went through it, I wouldn't be the person who I am today. So for me, it's kind of like memories or whatever the case may be, and do with it what you will. But I know for me, I like just holding on to stuff like that. But anyway, so I'm going to end it there, because we almost at 30 minutes and I don't want to make this video long, but I did want to have a discussion about that, because I felt like God was telling me to go ahead and do this video now, because I was thinking about doing it later. He said, nope, do it now while you're sitting in front of the camera. It's already set up, so that way you don't have to worry about doing it later. So anyway, I hope this information was helpful. So just be mindful, and and I know, let me just say this real quick. I know people like Noah in the Bible, when God told him to build the ark. Let me say, God has asked me to do several things that I am doing behind the scenes, and so on and so on. And I know people probably looking at me like, what is she talking about? And you know, and some of you kind of know, some of you who've already been here and are listening to the messages, you already know. Bear with me as I go through my shifts as well too, because it could possibly, I try not to let it shift me too much, but I can't control really what happens. So I say all that to say that give me grace and compassion, and don't hold me to a don't put expectations on me of how you perceive me to be, but allow me to be who God is having me to be. And I say all that to say that allow me to express things the way that I am able to do so without passing judgment. I know one time somebody had left a comment, and I basically deleted the comment, because not because I wanted to hide it, it's just that I didn't want the negativity to, you know, be trying to, I had to nip the negativity in the bud. Let me just say that. But also realize that they're experiencing something as well too. But at the same time, I can't have them, you know, kind of bringing their negativity with them, because I guess they made a comment of basically like 5 minutes in, get to the point or whatever. No, I have to speak according to what I am being told, what I am hearing at that moment. So if it takes me a minute to get into the message, bear with me. And if you don't want to listen to the card read afterwards, which you have every right not to, but I just sometimes do the card so that way you can hear spirit. It's almost like a confirmation of the information that I'm giving, like the prophetic message that I'm sharing with you guys. You know, when I'm shoving the cards in front of you, it's almost like a confirmation of the same message that I gave you. So, you know, I'm going to just say what the tarot card readers say. You can't make that shit up. So I say all that to say, no, I'm not a tarot card reader. I just use the cards as a, God, we coming up on Mercury retrograde, y'all. I'm just telling you now. I know I kind of somewhat feel it. I told my kids that the other day. And for those of you who do not know, yes, during Mercury retrograde, my communication kind of gets a little, it's just like kind of like all over the place. But anyway, and no, it's not the dyslexia at that point. But anyway, so with all that being said, allow me to be who I am. I'm not putting expectations on you guys, so don't put any expectations on me of how you expect me to be. I'm allowing other people to be themselves and to do what they need to do, as well as I expect you to do the same for me as well too. So again, if I'm saying something that you don't want to hear, just fast forward the video. But just know sometimes if you do fast forward the video, you might miss out on something important, because I might forget to say, listen to it into the end. But that is totally up to you. But anyway, so with all that being said, you guys have a beautiful day. Enjoy the scenery of the snow. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Oh, thank you, Spirit. You know, almost forgot. Spirit told me to tell you guys earlier, be prepared. Okay, this is another thing too. You guys might want to, let me see. You guys might want to get you guys gear up. And I say gear up to gear up, because we're going to have another snow coming as well too, and it's going to be prepared, and you don't know what it's going to bring. So I don't know about you guys, but I know for me, like for some particular reason, like, but this happened even before then too, but just to be prepared, because you never know. Expect the unexpected is what God was just saying. Just be prepared. So if you guys don't have any winter boots, thank you, Spirit. You hear that? I can't make that up. And I didn't even realize it. Hold on, y'all. Thank you, Spirit. So on point. Okay, so y'all heard that, right? Perfect timing. Get yourselves some winter boots. Okay, get you some winter boots. I don't care if you got to get you some, and if you can't find no winter boots, try to get you some with some insulated in it, material in it. Try to get you some mountain type boots or whatever the case may be. And I say all that to say, like last year, for some particular reason, I kind of geared up. I was looking for my son some boots. I had already had some winter boots, but for some particular reason last year, Spirit was like, get your son some boots. Get him some boots. Because me and my daughter had already had some. But I was trying to get him some, but he, young teenage. So therefore, you know, it's like, it's almost like, I don't really want to wear boots. But anyway, and no, I'm not talking about like Tim's, but if you choose to buy those, that's on you, or whatever the case may be. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like some boots that are just like insulated, that are good for like, and I'm not saying that Tim's can't be, but whatever rocks your boat. Let me just say that. Just get you some thick wool socks with some fleece on the inside. I was being divinely guided to get that as well too. Like, I was only getting, like, during Christmas time, I was only purchasing only because it was a sale, because Spirit had already showed me like I was shopping, but he was like trying to tell me only shop for what was necessary. So I didn't go out here, trying to find the latest sale. And I normally try to buy some Bath and Body Works. I wasn't even trying to buy that, to be honest with you, because this is a battle. This is not about trying to be cute. This is about being prepared, okay? Because I had a dream some time ago where I saw the women booting up, and my daughter laughed every time I say that. It's like, because there's one lady I used to watch, she's talking about boobs on the ground, trying to say the women are coming to the forefront and they battling, ready to come battling, should I say. But anyway, I saw people gearing up in black boots, like women had on black boots, combat boots. So just let me know, like, there's some sort of physical situation or spiritual situation, well, I want to say both, that is basically that we're dealing with here. So I say all that to say, get yourself some mountain type boots, whatever, and get you some warm socks that has like some fleece on the inside. I don't know if Kohl's still have it, but Kohl's had some on sale, like they were $9, and I think you got two. No, I'm sorry, they were $12. That was a sale, so I don't know what they're like now, but they were like 3 fleece socks in a pack, $12. So I don't know what the original price was. I don't know if it was like $30 or something like that. But anyway, find yourself some of those socks and get yourself some winter boots, or get yourself some mountain climbing boots, okay? I bought the kids some winter boots. Well, excuse me, we already had winter boots, but I actually, during Christmas time, I saw a sale. I was able to get 3 pair of boots for $120, and thank God we was able to, for $120. And this was mountain climbing boots, not necessarily snow boots, but mountain climbing boots. But I don't know why, but I felt like God was just kept speaking to my spirit, just like, get some of those, get some of those, get some of those. So I don't know what I need them for, but I'm getting them. I'm just being prepared, so that way, expect the unexpected, should I say. But anyway, so whether it be now during the wintertime, or whether it be now needing it during the spring or summertime, whatever the case may be, even if it's just for hiking up in the woods, that maybe God wanted me to get it. I don't know. But I was just being divinely guided to purchase that. So I did. And with that being said, I believe that is it. But I just want y'all to know, y'all heard that phone go off when I said that, right? That was just Spirit speaking. So you do with it what you will. But anyway, y'all, I hope y'all have a beautiful day. Enjoy this scenery of the snow. I was just looking at the snow on the tree, and I was like, oh, that's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And then I was just looking at the snow, like, if it fell off the tree, like, oh, I'll be so glad when God shakes everything that is not serving us, off or out of us, should I say, stuff that's been hidden from lifetime after lifetime within our DNA, within our souls, within even trauma in our muscles, because believe it or not, I didn't even realize that's why people get massages and stuff, because it helps to roll out those kinks. But, even within the kinks of our muscles and stuff, like, we hold trauma and, hurt and pain in those areas as well, too. So anyway, y'all, let me go. I don't want to keep babbling on. I'm doing good here. So, but you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Stay beautiful, stay sweet, and remember to always keep God first and foremost in your life. And not only that, but in your heart, your mind, your body, your soul, and your spirit. And just know that you are the church, and know that God is within you. I am, as it said, because he is within you. So you treat your body like a temple. I'm not saying that you can't have a donut here. I'm not saying that you can't have no ice cream here, but God just says moderations. That's all. We all want that salty sweet, or just something that makes us feel good every now and then. But it's about, again, moderations, not allowing it to overpower us or it become addictions. Because I know at one point in time, I was buying the kids like ice cream like every week. Okay, y'all want some ice? Or I turned the ice cream in from weekly to almost like every few days. And then Spirit was like, okay, so now that's when it's turning into the pattern of being almost like addictive, should I say. you know, so I had to be mindful of that and pull back, should I say. So let me just say that we got ice cream the other day. It was the first time we had it in probably almost like a month, should I say. But anyway, so yeah, God wants us to be happy. He wants us to feel good, and you're gonna have to have those things that make you feel good, so that way you don't allow everything that we're going through to overpower you, overtake you, and put you in a form of a state of depression, or, you know, having anxiety, or feeling depressed, or feeling stressed out. But, you know, just, you know, and even watching a good movie that makes you feel good, whether it's a love, you know, a love movie. Love is the highest vibration that there is. I noticed that when you come from the place of love, you know, within boundaries, should I say, not allowing people to, you know, walk over you as well too, but having your physical as well as your spiritual boundaries with people as well too, you know. But anyway, so y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy this snow while it's here, because there is more coming. So just be prepared. Anyway, I wish you all much love, much light, peace, and blessings. Bye.